Hi everyone, I'm Cherry with Missouri Star Quilt Company and it is Tuesday Newsday. Now I've got Becky with me today and I think most of you will remember her from our quilting department. Yeah, thanks for joining me.
Not a problem, I love doing this.
Katie behind the camera. Yay, Katie. So what about this weather?
Oh my gosh, like you don't even know what you're going to walk out into. You don't know if you need your winter coat or if you're ready for shorts. Like,
I mean, last week it was 13 degrees on Monday and then by the end of the week it was 80.
Yeah, it's definitely a roller coaster ride in Missouri right now.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yes, it is. But, you know, we just hang in there,
Yes.
don't we? Yeah. Well, I think we're supposed to have some better weather this week.
Fingers crossed. I'm ready for spring.
Yes.
I'm not a winter gal.
Yes. So we are in March, which is Quilting Month, National Quilting Month.
National Quilting Month. It's like
we have
our favorite month.
so many things that are going to be happening this month. Now, we have some new releases, and we wanted to show you one of those today.
Yes.
So we have released some labels of love, and these are little quilt labels that you can put on the back of your quilts.
Yep.
And they're so cute. We've got a whole variety. These are just a few that we wanted to show you. And Becky, do you want to?
Sure, I can kind of fill this one. What I love about this one in particular is the fact that it actually has care instructions on the bottom of it. So no matter who you give it to, they're going to know how to care for this quilt. So
right.
I think that's a super great idea. So we would suggest using a permanent marker. A fine tip would probably work best. Not necessarily a fabric marker because the type of fabric it is, it may wash off. So definitely a permanent marker with a fine tip. So
yeah, the fabric marker, they have found that it bleeds. So
on the very first line here, it says Stitch with Love by, and so I'm going to put my name here. I probably should have taken some penmanship classes before I tried doing this. And then the other lines it would have is especially for in the year.
Cherry.
Yes, I make it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Cherry, you want me to make you a quilt? This is that you're not
absolutely.
I'm not for sure I'm going to pass that test.
Absolutely.
And then of course the year it was completed, and so we'll just put 2026. And so now I have 11 more months to get you a quilt made.
That's so great. And I love all of these tiny little Ingrid's flowers. They're so cute.
Yeah. And these are more like a tag type of, so these will go really easily sewn into your binding. So, and then it'll kind of be like a cute little decorative piece there on the edge of your quilt. So
little chuck.
Everybody loves chucks.
Everybody wants a chuck.
That's right.
You know?
That's a permanent chuck.
These are all so fun. Now, I brought a quilt over for you guys to see. This is a sample, and I can't show you the front, but I can show you the back where we have sewn in the little label.
I love the corner labels. I think they're so classy looking,
so easy,
so professional looking. Yeah, and they're easiest ones to sew in too.
Right, and you can write on it certainly after you.
Yep, it makes it more stable that way.
Yeah.
So
that is these guys were released on March the 1st, Sunday. So be looking for those and look at all the different varieties and types that we have. These are just a few.
Yep.
So anyway, I have a question for you.
Sure.
I recently had several people ask me, how do you pick out the right color of thread, especially if I'm sending my quilt to Missouri Star to have it quilted?
That's one of my favorite questions, actually. I think it's going to be easiest to show you, though, if we head over to the machine quilting department.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's
see you guys here in a minute.
So Becky, do you label your quilts?
I do. I didn't used to, but I do now because I think it's really important for everyone to know generationally down the line, like how much love got put into that quilt, what year it was made. Like, I don't know, it's kind of an important part of history, I feel like.
I'm getting better at it. Initially I didn't because I didn't know what I was doing.
Right. That's where I kind of gotten better too over the years. But no, I kind of do think it's important, and it's kind of fun to do, actually.
Yeah. I'm so glad that we've got this line coming out because I think I'll be...
Oh yeah, I think that they're so cute and there's so many of them. I love the chuck one.
Right. All right, we're over here at the thread.
Yes.
So let's talk about thread for a few minutes.
I'm going to grab a couple of these quilts real quick that way we
Okay.
can show a little bit better.
Sure, sure.
So we have one that's kind of like a more blue monochromatic, and then we have one that has lots of bright colors.
Looks like a little bit of tula, maybe?
Yes, and then it looks like just some type of solid line. So we'll start with the one that maybe appears to be a little bit easier, but you'll notice on the website we don't ask you, like we have all these thread colors and we don't give you that option online because for one, monitors display colors differently and we don't want you to knock yourself down to a color that really doesn't match. Second off, it's overwhelming just to have all these choices online. So we just ask you to kind of get us in the right family category. So like on this one, if the customer picked quilter's choice, which would allow our quilters to make that decision for them, we would probably start off with an ivory linen type of color, and then we maybe would try out a blue color too, just to see.
Kind of a blend to the background.
Right, to blend to the background. Jenny's always rule is to blend to the background, blend to the background. But some people do like the quilting to kind of be a little bit of the star too. So we'll kind of show you, but we always audition several quilt colors. Sherry, can you grab a couple of those up there on the top shelf?
Sure, sure. Let's grab that one and
When she's doing that, I'll grab some different blues here that maybe will work for us. It's kind of crazy how sometimes like you look at thread and you're like, oh, that one's gonna be way too dark. But when you actually get out a single strand and lay it across the quilt among all the different colors, it's amazing how they take on different hues and they kind of pull out of the quilt.
that first one is
Right.
looks like a perfect match.
And then of course we can go in here to the creams and the ivories that actually like you can't even hardly see that thread on the quilt. Like it just totally disappears.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just amazing how like when it's on the cone, it has such more bright, vibrant color. But when you get it out singly by itself, it just kind of blends so much more.
And your long armors are so good about
They are
picking
excellent.
things that are good.
It's kind of fun to watch sometimes, especially on brighter quilts like this one, that you'll see 2 or 3 of them over here huddled up and kind of talking about it. It's definitely a decision that they take very, very seriously, so that they'll ask each other's kind of an opinion, and they kind of like to use the rule 2 out of 3 wins type thing. So
now, is this cotton?
it is actually a poly-coated poly. The brand of thread that we use is Glide. I like it. It has kind of a nice little sheen to it, but it works really, really well with the quilting machines. But it is a poly-coated poly. So I think on this particular quilt, I would probably lean more towards this pearl. I think that blends in really nicely, unless the customer pointed us in the direction of the blue, and then we would maybe go towards that side.
Okay.
So let's kind of look at this bright guy over here. So I actually think that even one of these 2 colors would work, but then if we want to maybe try to blend into this teal kind of predominantly colored here, we have several different teals. Maybe grab this one. Okay. So like when I first look at this one, I think it looks too bright over here, but I actually think it's gonna
get it down there.
It's gonna be pretty darn close.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you could always stay on the safe side and do something like the pearl or linen or something like that. I'm going to guess though the particular person that made this quilt is perfectly fine with having some color. So in this particular circumstance, since there's so many colors in the top, we would maybe take the consideration of the backing into play too. Not always would we do that, but since there's so many color options here, that we would maybe pick something that maybe complemented the backing as well. So I really do think that this, the lighter color here, which is sea green, would be a good choice because it looks really good on the backing and looks really good on the top as well.
Now,
So
do you ever use variegated thread?
we have offered it in the past, and currently we do not. And the reason why is it creates a lot of tension issues with the machines, just the way of the dyeing process. And so currently we are not offering variegated, not ruling it out again in the future. We just need to find that right brand that we can do that with. We do so many quilts, and constantly having to adjust tension on the machines kind of causes a little bit of problems. So currently, I have to say no. I hate saying no, but it is a no right now.
This has been so helpful for me, and I think just, you know, knowing that your long armers are confident about how to pick
Yeah,
the threads.
it is,
and
like I
all.
said, it's really a fun process to watch them pick
Yeah,
out the thread
yeah,
colors.
that's
It's
really cool.
one of the most important decisions because it can really make or break a quilt. There's even at times where customers maybe will request a color that we're like, I'm not for sure that that's really going to turn out the way that they had wanted or hoped to. We've been known to have customer service reach out and like kind of walk them through that too, and kind of give them the pros and the cons of that particular thread choice. So yeah, that's something that we, like I said, the thread color is very, very important. So
Yeah. Very good. Thanks for going
yes, not a
through all that.
problem. Is there anything going on in town for National Quilting Month?
Oh, there's going to be a lot of
I'm sure.
demos, and we've got a whole calendar of events, and that will be posted on our website. Is that right, Katie?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you should be able to see what all is going on every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this week, so yesterday at Home with Misty had a quilt that released, and it's called Better Together, and it's made out of a flannel, and it's so cute. It's very patchy, and I love it.
I love
And-
flannel.
I know. And then this Friday, Natalie has a quilt called Patchwork Perch. Say that 3 times.
I'm not going to try, say it once.
And it is so cute. Now, all of you cat lovers, you're going to like this one.
I see where the name is
You're gonna
going
like
now.
It. It's really
Yes.
cute. So y'all watch out for that. Is there anything new going on in machine quilting?
Oh gosh, like we just coming kind of out. Like I know it's been a minute since Christmas time, but like it's just like from here we just kind of keep steadily ramping up throughout the whole year until we get into that Christmas crunch time. We do launch new patterns all the time. So keep an eye on your emails. Our banners will also change on the quilting pages. But so far in the last couple of quarters, I think we've released 6 new patterns.
Oh, wow.
We'll probably actually announce some retiring patterns soon too, just to try to keep the patterns updated and kind of fresh. And it's just like I said, we try not to put too many on there. It just
Right.
becomes overwhelming to choose one at that point.
It's hard.
So
It's hard.
we try to keep the number down to like where we're about right now. So you'll probably see some retiring patterns coming up, and we'll
Okay.
keep releasing new ones throughout the year.
Okay. Anything new going on with you?
Oh, there's all kinds of things. We don't have enough time during this Tuesday
Okay.
Newsday to go into that. But how about you? Anything new and exciting going on with you?
I know a lot of you knew that I had some hand surgery, and so many of you have been so kind to reach out to see how I'm doing, and I so appreciate that. I'm doing really well. I have the cast off. I've got this little flexible wrist cast,
Yep.
so I'll be back to normal before too long. But thank you for all of your kind words. I really appreciate that. Katie, anything new? Anything we've left out?
I'm sure that they'll let us know after we're done that we've left
Yeah.
something out. But
Probably so.
Usually how it goes.
yeah.
All right. Okay. We are so glad that you joined us today, and I hope everybody has a great day and a great week, and happy National Quilting Month.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.